Hey guys, Joseph here from Jouleconcepts. All right, this is a new one. Just thought I should quickly share this for to those who are in the CAD niche. So you could just quickly check this. So I have this. This is what we're going to be doing today. Having a 3D model that we generate a 2D draft from. So you can see from here, I can generate my 2D draft from this 3D. So you don't have to create this from scratch in 2D using your 2D lines. Just get your 3D shapes and generate your 2D drag from it. So that is what this tutorial is going to be about. So let's just get into the tutorial and see how to do that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to go to the layout tab. So once I go to the layout tab, I'm going to be presented with this layout tab here. So just switching from your model space to your layout space. Then you have an additional tab called the layout tab. So if I click on this layout tab, um, for me to bring in this guy into the layout sheet, I would have to go into my create views. All right, so there are different ways of creating views, but we are not focusing on this other one. We just want to create view from a model. So we'll come to this base. If you come to base, you notice you can bring in from a model space and also from Inventor. So if you have an Inventor file, you can actually generate your draft from that. But I'm going to go through to model space of this AutoCAD file. So if I go to from model space, you notice what I have. I have an additional tab for drawing creation in addition to this. So, and that's the first thing you notice. The second thing you notice is that you have two shapes. You notice in the model we had two shapes. So AutoCAD doesn't seem to know which one it should bring into this draft or which one wants to get the draft from. So it's bringing both of them. But there are options down here that can help change that. All right. So let's assume I want to change. I don't want to bring the two drawings or the two models. I just want to bring the one on my right, which is here. So what I'm going to do is I'll come to the select. All right. So if I go to select, it tells me to now you notice that both of them are selected. It brings me to my model space. Both of them are selected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove something from these selections. If I go to remove, I will highlight this one. That means I want to remove this guy. So once I have that highlighted and I press enter, you notice I'm now left with this only this drawing. So that's that first thing you want to do. The next thing you also want to do is to come over to your drawing view creation. You notice we have our scale. So the scale is being reduced at the moment. So we can just click here and bring it back to 100% of the scale. So you also have other options of bringing this. Either you want to bring it as visible lines, hidden lines, and shaded. So I will go with the default. So I'll just click on anywhere here. So once I click anywhere there, and that's pretty much all I need to do. You notice this looks like a shaded view right now, but if I press enter, it's going to tell me to go to different views now and start creating this. So if I come to the right, you notice it gives me the right view. If I come here to this view and here and here, all right. So and also AutoCAD is using a kind of projection to generate this view. If you remember from the technical drawing classes, we have the first angle and the third angle projection. Remember that? So AutoCAD is using third angle projection by default. So if I come to this and I click, so what AutoCAD is doing is the view I have here is what is being presented here. If I come down, the view you look at it from the top is what is coming down. If you click up, if you look at it from the down, that's what is generating here. If you look at it from top, that's what is generated here. So once I'm okay, I'll press enter. And if you like that, and also if you notice, it gives you hidden lines where there should be hidden lines. If I'm looking at it from the base here, you notice all these parts, all this will be hidden. So that's why I'm having that. But if you look at it from the top, you will see this slant line, which is it. So as I was saying, it's using third angle projection. So I can actually select these guys and delete them. There's a way to still bring it back, no problem. So as I was saying, it's using third angle projection. We can also change that projection. All right. So for me to change the projection, I will go to the style and standard. Click on this dialog launcher. and it gives me different ways to do that. You notice I have, sorry, it's using first angle by default. So I will change this to third angle. You can also show your thread style, how you want your thread style, and also from the side and also from the top. So you can choose any of these options. You have your DPI. I think I'm fine with this default. My preview is okay. So once I have this set to third angle and I click OK. So how do I now bring back the other view? Now that I've deleted it, that's where this comes, projected. So projected is more of you projecting from your object. So if I click on projected, it's going to tell me to select parent view. So this is my parent view. Then I can come to this view. Notice if you look at it from this side now, this is what you're seeing. If you look at it from the top, you notice so this has now changed. You can also go to the isometric view. So if I look at it from this side, this is what I get to have. So once I'm done, I'll press enter, and that gives me that. So that's how to change sorry, that's how to change the projection type from first angle to third angle. So if you're comfortable with this, you can just change from here, and if you like the first angle, you can also still go back and change to first angle. Then we now have this other view. So I'm going to delete this. Okay, I'm going to delete that. So I want to now look at the next one, which is the section. So the section allows you to create a section view from your drawing. So I can actually generate a section view from this. Okay, so let's assume I'm going to section this part from this point here, and I'm going to look down together. I'm going to section, clicking a section line, I'm looking down, and I want to see what I'm going to have. So we have section view. So there are different types of section view: full, half, offset, align. So all these ones are just to set how but I'm going to just focus on the full because I want to cut through. In SolidWorks thereabout, you have what you call through sections and all that, if I'm correct. So but I'm going to do a full section. So if I click on section and I say full, it still tells me to select parent object. This is my parent object. Click. Then the next thing is for me to specify my section line. So I want my section line to be from here through to this place. I'm just going to put on my auto mode to be straight up. So if I click, the next thing is what direction am I going? You notice if I come down, the arrow is pointing up. So that means I'm looking up. If I come up, the arrow is pointing up. So that's the effect I want. I want to look down. So if I move up and I click, once I'm done, I'll click on this OK or press enter. Then before you even do that, you notice you have your label. You can give it a particular label. So if I don't want this to be labeled B, I can give it a particular label. So let's say J for Joe. And you also have other options and everything. So once you are fine with this, just click on OK. It's going to change this to label J, and you have that section. So this section is now given. So let me just delete this and bring this back. So if I just move this down, so you notice I have my section JJ, and the scale is 1:1, if you remember. And if you can see that the hatch is definitely going to be on this surface because we're cutting through this surface. This place is a hollow, so we don't see anything. So it's just, which is this hollow you are seeing. So that's how you can generate your section. As I can also generate a section view across here. And just come here, section, select this parent object. Okay, let's use this. Select this, then we'll make our section go from here to here. So whatever direction I look doesn't really matter in this case. So let's just bring it here and press enter to stop. Remember the scale. So in this case, let's bring the scale, change this scale to this. So it's going to reduce. You can see what we have here. Okay, so let's go with this scale and everything. Let's call this for, okay, let's just go with B and I just click OK. Then you notice we have this section, and this, you notice the scale is now given here and here. So that's how you can generate your section. Then you now have the last one, which is the detail. So what detail does is that, for instance, you want to bring up maybe information about a place you want to just show some detail of a particular section. So let's just say this section, for instance. I want to give detailed information about it. I can just say detail. So we have two options, circular and rectangular. So maybe create a circular call out of that section, and you also have a rectangular call out. So if I say circular, for instance, it tells me to select the parent object, which is this. Then I can create my center line for the call out. So I'll just say somewhere here, drag it out. So let's say this is going to be my then I can change the scale. So if I want this to be bigger than this, I can just say 2 to 1. So I can call out this detail somewhere here. So let's just say somewhere here. And once I'm fine, press enter. Then it gives me this large scale detail. So you can now do another thing by going a step further to show that this detail is for this section. So that is just an additional thing that I do. So I can just create a circle and just create circle around this. Let me just say somewhere here. Okay, so once I'm done with that, then maybe use a line, turn off my auto mode to just show that. Okay, I'm focusing on this. You get, so this will help guide people into knowing that this is the section, the detail of the information. Then from here, you can now start doing your dimension. So I can just say do a dimension, maybe from here to here, bring it out, from here to here, bring this information. So this is just to give some detailed information that will be normally small. So you can just call out that section by using your detail to give the information. So I can also say from here to here. So maybe I'm going to do a dimension angle. So maybe this. Okay, so that's how you can generate your um, draft from your 3D model. So this is what I just thought I should share with you guys. So if you feel this was helpful, please do give me a like and a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe because I do tutorials like this every time. So do have a wonderful day and God bless you. Bye.